Wear the red dress. Wear the wings. Shut your mouth. Be a good girl. Roll over and spread your legs. Yes, ma'am. May the Lord open.
Seriously? What the actual...
Olá, Brasil! Sou eu, Hugo, com mais uma entrevista exclusiva. Dessa vez com ela, que é de uma das minhas séries preferidas, Handmaid's Tale. Estamos aqui com Madeline Brewer. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How
I was
are
just
you?
saying that it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Really?
Yes.
It's pretty good.
When I first watched Handmaid's Tale, I wasn't sure what is about it. I was just, everybody was talking about it. And I was like, okay, I have to see it because I think it's Emmy material. And then I was like addicted. I like binge watched all the episodes that it had. And I was like, I need season 2. And now you finally have it. Handmaid's Tale is such a extreme show. There's always a lot of tension going on. But I want to know about the fun facts about The Handmaid's Tale. Because I've seen like on social media some stories and stuff from the cast. And I feel like you guys get along so well. And even though it's a very tense and very hard team, I feel like you guys have something good going on.
We have a lot of fun, actually. It's like kind of crazy that it's the most difficult, like emotionally intense show character I've ever done, and it's the most fun I've ever had. I think especially now that we're in the second season, we all know each other. We've been to the parties together, and it's on set. I only see like a few people in particular. I see like the Handmaids and Lizzie Moss and Ann Dowd, and we just.
I love Ann.
Oh my God, she literally calls people honey lamb.
Yeah.
Like she's like, oh, angel dove. And she's like the sweetest angel.
And that's so crazy because her character is such a bitch.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then you meet her and you're like, wow, you are pure love and sunshine, and like you're the greatest thing I've ever seen. So being on set with them is just, I think when you have subject matter that's so intense and dark, you have to like break that up. You have to, when they call cut, it's like someone crack a joke because we're all about to start crying.
And Janine, during season 1, I didn't thought she would make it to season 2. And then on season 2, she's like a phoenix. She's always coming back, and she always like trying to see things from a good way, from a good perspective.
Yeah.
So I mean, she has a very pure heart and soul, and even though she's getting all those rocks, she's still not falling at all. So where do you think this strength comes from the character?
I think that that's just her. I think that everything that's happened to Janine in her life, just as people, just as all of us are, everything that happens to you, you either let it define you or you use it and it becomes who you are. And Janine is a fighter. She's a ferocious, fiery person. That's just that woman. That's how she lives her life. So even though they've kind of taken away her outright like F you kind of attitude, they can't take away that something just burning in her that is like, no, I am not taking this for what it is. I'm not just going to subscribe to what you've presented to me. I'm going to look at it in a different way. And I'm not going to let it define me or destroy me. And, you're presenting me with dead bodies on the wall covered in blood, and I'm going to look at them as though it's like we're finger painting. She's my character, so I want to think she's like the most deep character ever. But she's so much more than meets the eye.
I know, I can feel that because I feel she has so many layers, and in each episode you can find out more about her, and you can like relate to them. And at the same time, in season 2, she is a piece of resistance. Yeah. I mean, she starts, spoiler alert, she starts a good thing or not, depends on her perspective. But she's there and she motivates everybody to stand up for herself.
And that's fire. People want to think resistance looks like anger and push back and and just like red in the face frustration. And her resistance is finding the beauty in what they want to consider the worst. Like, the being in the colonies is supposed to be the worst thing that can ever happen to you. And she just decides that it isn't.
I will find every person involved and they will be punished.
You will love the Lord thy God with all your heart, or you will feel the pain of his judgment, for that is his love.
I mean, I had such great expectations for season 2. And at the beginning, I was like, oh, what's going on? And then, by the end of it, I was like, oh my God. Because, I mean, you really set the bar very high. And it was really tough to top that on season 2. And you guys just did it.
Yeah, like everything I expected for season 2, like maybe we'll go here, maybe we'll go here, I don't know. And they just totally blew my mind. Everything I thought would happen didn't happen, and the complete opposite happened, and it was way better. I shouldn't write for television.
I mean, writing for television is tough, right? At this moment, things are really good.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so much. That's why the Emmys, people keep asking me, you know, what do you think? And I'm like, there is better television right now than I have ever seen, than I could have ever hoped to see. And the fact that I get to be a part of one of them is
it's amazing.
Really special.
During the first season, I was watching it, and at the same time, I got a little afraid because I felt like this seems so far away from us. But at the same time, if you get to look at, you're like, it's not that far. It's actually happening somewhere, maybe even here, maybe in the US. And it's like, oh my God, that's so real at the same time. So I got scared at some moments when I started to think about it. And I'm like, what can we do to make this stop? We can't turn the world into Gilead.
Yeah. And we feel, sometimes it feels so close, I think, because of, I mean, you know, you draw the obvious parallels about, you see what's happening in Gilead, and then you see what was happening before. Like, June talks about how they dismantled Congress, and they, you know, they just basically threw out the Constitution in the United States. And sometimes, especially in the last 2 years, it's really felt like that's happening. It's really felt like every value that I thought my country had, they're just throwing it away.
Yes.
And so, but we're seeing that all across the world. I mean, I know here in Brazil.
Yeah, there's a lot of going on.
There's been a lot of demonstrations with women dressed in the red robes and the bonnet to what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, just to fight back, like, against, I think Brazil's government is
there's a lot of stuff going on.
Outlawed abortion or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, that's basically the Handmaid's Tale. When you deny someone their bodily autonomy, that's Gilead. Like you said, it made you think that way. And then it makes you feel like, I gotta get to work.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna tell you. At the same time, this show also gives us the answers. And the answer is, get together and do your stuff.
Exactly. Stay awake. Be aware.
Yes.
You know, you don't necessarily have to be on the front lines, like, just protesting at every march, but you have to do in your own way. You have to be moving forward.
Yes, do your roles. That's good. That's a good message for me to wrap it up. That was a good one. Do whatever you have to do, but keep safe. Keep everyone you love safe.
Yeah.
And let's get together to fix
keep
the
moving.
world. Oh my God, you
World
can just
peace.
put heal the world, make it a better place. Okay, Michael. So that's how I end this interview. Love seeing you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Handmaid's Tale season 2 now on Paramount Channel here in Brazil. You have to watch it. Bye.
Bye.
Let's go to the colonies. No.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's just go. Yeah.
Bye.
My name is June Osborne. I am free.